Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Daily Dan Blog. Today I'm looking at The Collector's Dracula. This dismal nightmare of a comic book come out in who the hell knows what year, because no matter how much I search, I could not find a date on this comic book. It's true. I looked everywhere and could not find it. No date. And on top of that, I got a real shocker, a real surprise. Let me open it up and show you why. The real shocker, the real surprise I got was when I opened it up in search of a date, which I could not find, so I don't know what year this piece of garbage come out in. I found out that it's just a bunch of clips. Read this. It's a bunch of clips from other comic books. It's just a couple of pages of other comic books. It's like The Collector's Dracula was thrown together real quick so we can show you a bunch of pages from a much better comic book, and we're not going to give you a date. And that just aggravates me to death because I love a date. So look at that shine, look at that gloss. This is going to be fun, right, YouTube? So, YouTube Info Panels brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog. Whew, we're going to get some great art in this comic book clip from the comic book called Nosferatu, and I guess it was the first Nosferatu one. It's some girl, we don't know who the hell she is, dressed like a green-shirted vampirella out here fighting a vampire. Wow, I don't even know what to say about this comic book. Full, shiny, glossy pages of some bitch we don't know who in the hell she is, but really great art. Fights with this one-eyed guy against this Nosferatu Vulcan-looking sumbitch over here. Boy, don't you just love it when they take a bunch of comic books and just show you clips from each and every one of them? But I give credit where credit's due. The art's good. Mr. Spock here is well drawn. And flash forward into the future with big long limousines, really cool crosses, and what? The Lost Boys. I don't know what's going on. Mr. Spock's hanging out with the Lost Boys, riding in a limousine all of a sudden. So, oh my God, YouTube in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog. This comic book is dismal. And it's from a book called Nosferatu. And just like that, we move on to a black and white Knights of the Old Days scene over here on this page. And it's going to be from something called Nosferatu, Plague of Terror. I guess it's the life story of this Dracula sumbitch right here as it goes through many different comic book series dedicated to this garbage. Oh, YouTube in full dismal panels brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog. Check this out. It's in black and white as we go back into the days of knights and the days of old to watch some asshole battle a vampire that looked like a zombie from back in the day. I recommend Nosferatu, Plague of Terror does not get bought by anyone. What a horrible comic book. So, YouTube, I wonder how many pages of deep, dark, black and white pages of nightmare and terror we're going to be inflicted upon us here as these knights of the old days battle vampires in Nosferatu, Plague of Terror. Check out the really good drawing of. They put some color on this that might have been worth looking at. Well, they ended it with a refuge, a fucking attack of this vampire-looking headed thing here being fighting with the knights. And, well, if you want to find out what happens, you better go buy that book, because we're going to move on to Nosferatu Blood War and show you a little bit of that. I hate this fucking comic book. I really do. All it does is show you 3 or 4 or 5 pages of other comic books. That's just the crappiest thing that ever existed, and what really irks my girdle is I can't find a date in this comic book. That just jerks me around so bad. So let's take a look at Nosferatu, Blood War. Well, at least Nosferatu Blood War is in color. Look, it takes place in the hood. Oh my God. Got these black dudes riding around in the hood with their crappy-looking cars, bamming some music, fighting vampires. Wow, that makes me want to pull my hair out and scream. I'll have to make sure I don't get this comic book either. In full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog. Yeah, in full panels, we're going to take a look at Vampire in the Hood. Yeah, it sounds like Vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy, don't it? Take a good long look at these panels and you'll know why you should not buy this comic book. No matter what happens, you should not buy this comic book. Boy, did I call this vampire in Brooklyn shit right down the middle. Was I telling the truth or what? Look. Ah, it's Snoop Dogg! Nah, Snoop Dogg, no, that's Eddie Murphy. Vampire in Brooklyn, right, guys? What's happening over here? It's like we're moving on to another story. Or maybe it's the same one. Who the hell knows in this comic book? Okay, after a little looking back and research, this is called Dracula, Blood Wars. And I think this is going to be like a ripoff of another movie. I don't remember the name of that movie, but oh my God, this bitch looks familiar. I wonder if she made it with a werewolf boy. I don't know. Oh my God. Nightmares, glossy pages, and dismal art. As the Dracula saga continues, told in a few pages here and there of multiple comic books. It's enough to make you pull your hair out. Oh my God, check this out. The worst scene ever in a comic book. A vampire holding a copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. By the way, you holding a copy of a better book, you sick motherfucker. I'm sorry about that, YouTube. This is making me sick. Look, I'm going to suck his blood. I'm going to cut his finger and lick him. Wow. Who drew this stuff did a good job. Who wrote this stuff did a crappy job. That's true. And whoever put this book together did a real shitty job. That's right, in full panels brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog. Blood Wars travels through time as some artists go in search of Dracula. In the 3 pages we're going to get from this book, hey, look, I'm going to paint a picture of Dracula. I'm going to be all impressed. Look, these guys look like Guns N' Roses or something. And then in the middle, you get a wonderful portrait of the real Dracula. That's right, the real Dracula portrait. It's even got some reading. You can pause it and read it if you want to. At this point, I'm going blind from insanity and I can't read nothing. But it's like the real story of Dracula. Opposite page, Portrait of Dracula by Derek the Dick. Here's one to kick you in the nuts. We get 1 page. 1 page, I swear to God, read this. You get 1 page from young Dracula. And that's all you really need from young Dracula is 1 page, because this is before he turned into a vampire, and it's a load of shit. Boy, they went cheap on this book, didn't they? You get a vampire bat illustration. And I'll put it here so you can actually read this garbage if you choose to. Something I choose not to do is read every page of this dismal nightmare book I'm going through for you today. This book makes me just scream. And once again, nobody knows how to put a date in nothing. And here we go with some pages of another comic book. And it's called The Last of the Vampires. And you're going to get Dracula's Castle, the Harker-looking fucker. It's seeming to stick to the story till about right here on page 4 with Granny Dracula over here wanting to suck off somebody's blood. I don't even know what to think about this comic book. It's hard to tell a story when it's all over the place, telling little pieces of 40 different stories in this nightmare comic book. Wow, whoever put this together, man, you just really ruined my day. So somebody called up Batman. No, I'm just kidding. That looked like the bat symbol on the moon. It really did. But anyway, you get this bitch running around, the usual story. Somebody driving a stake through a vampire's heart. Somebody else killing another vampire as a bat flies away. And you don't know what's going on because it picks up right in the middle of a story. And it's just showing you 2 or 3 pages of another comic book. And why am I even wasting my time showing you this? I'll tell you why. Because I want the cover on my wall and I don't hang them up till I look at them on camera. So, eek. So if I have to endure this crap, so do you. The usual story. I'm looking for a vampire. I got me a wooden stake. I'm doing some research. I'm not finding nothing. I'm boring the audience to tears. What a piece of garbage. Will he find anything? Will he find anything in that coffin? We'll have to wait and see. Well, I give credit where credit's due. Last of the Vampires might be a book I want to pick up. Because dude finally finds the vampire, and he goes to stake out that sucker. And right when he stakes the vampire, we find out, are you ready for this? YouTube, are you ready? The big surprise. Dude's a goddamn werewolf. Yeah, it's true. He stakes out the vampire, then turns into a werewolf. If you want to read about it, here you go. in full glossy panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog. And I feel like crying. This book makes me want to cry tears. Oh, it's so horrible. Okay, in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog, which you're probably going to hate me for doing. We're going to get The Hunt. Oh my God. It's a Night Children comic about a girl who hunts cats, apparently. And the cat's hunting a rat, and oh my God, does anybody know what's going on anymore? Why am I getting the urge to pull my hair out and scream? Yeah, YouTube, the only good thing I got to say is there's only a couple of more pages left in this piece of garbage. But anyway, you get the picture. We're going to show you little pages, like little stories from other comic books. And none of them are good. Do you even know what's going on with this vampire bitch here? While ago it was a cat hunting a rat, now it's a vampire hunting a monk, and I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. Well, I'll have to miss this comic book because the art is so subpar. I don't know, it looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old where this vampire bitch in a robe and her stupid cat are biting people up, and it's a clip from a story that you probably don't care about no way. Oh my God. Who did this? But I got a feeling that that damn cat wasn't there, we'd be seeing a lot better art. Oh my God. And then it reels back off into this, what the hell, Nosferatu shit again, right here to there, back in color and bouncing all over the place with a story you can't follow, a clips from multiple different comic books, and a nightmare to remember. I wish I did something else now. And in the last page, thank you, Jesus, this crap is over. You see a werewolf in a vampire comic book. Next, The Collector's Dracula Part 2. And it'll make you hate the world even more than this one did, more than most likely. In the last page, you see this, and it's talking about the next issue and all the comics they're going to rip off and not give you a date for. Wow. Torture, torture, and more torture. I hope you enjoyed my look at garbage today. Hey, just my luck. The best art I've seen so far is on the back of the book. Yeah. Is that just because I'm so happy this piece of shit's over? Or am I really telling the truth? Let me know in the comments below if that was the best art you saw was at the end. I'm sorry, YouTube. Let me apologize for making you sit through this review. When I bought this piece of freaking garbage, I bought it for the cover, and that's a really cool cover. The Collector's Dracula. I thought it'd be something special. I thought it'd be something great. I had no idea it would be a bunch of little pages from other comic books that really suck. So once again, YouTube, let me apologize for forcing you to sit through this. I hope you didn't enjoy it. Well, I hope you did enjoy it. Me making fun of garbage is always something good, right? So that's my look at The Collector's Dracula from who the hell knows what date, because I couldn't put one on it because they're too cheap and disgusting. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And I promise you next time, I will try to find something better to check out here on the Daily Dan Blog. Until next time, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the stupid little bell. Blog over, dudes. And once again, let me apologize. Blog over, dudes.